All right, April 6th sales data, although we're kind of going over the numbers for the 4th and the 5th. Giovanni's Machamp, first edition PSA 10, sold for 157. And not just that, but it had three bids above 150. Third came in at 150, second came in at 155, second bid came at 157. I think that's a new record price point for Giovanni's Machamp. Again, first edition PSA 10. I think that will increase in the future because we had another new record price point for Giovanni's Machamp. That was a first edition PSA 9, sold for $86. And we had four bids above 60. Third bid was 80, second bid was 85. So we have three bids on the 9 that are above what the previous record price point about a week ago sold for. A week ago, Giovanni's Machamp first edition PSA 9 sold for about $71. That was a record price point. And after I saw that, I was like, give me all of these Machamps. I bought two of them for 120 each because I knew that 10 had to increase. That's still undervalued. So the fact that we got a new price point for the 9 at 86, and we also got a new price point for the 10, 157, again, that still has much, much room to grow. Giovanni's Nidoking, should have got this. It's a first edition PSA 10, sold for $184. That is criminally low because that is such a fantastic artwork and card. It's beautiful. It's less than 200 PSA 10 copies. The second bid was 182. The third bid was 170. Misty's Golduck, first edition PSA 9, sold for 126. I should have bought that as well. Second bid was 125. Third bid was at 109. Fourth bid was me at 95. I just lost track of time being able to do that. Again, there's two still on sale right now. And if you want to go on eBay and save 15%, you just type in the word all decked out. Find any type of playing card, such as Pokemon. Type in the section where it says coupons, all decked out. That's what you put in, 15%. Maximum savings is $50, be advised. New record price point for Blaine's Arcanine, first edition PSA 8, sold for $121. The fourth bid was 115, so we have a lot of competition in there. I had a Sabrina, first edition PSA 9 from Gym Challenge, Hollow. That sold for $55. I think that's what I sold mine for a little while ago as well. Giovanni's Machamp, I just went over. Sabrina's Alakazam, first edition PSA 9, sold for $90. Second bid was right there at 89. Third bid was 79. So good for that. We had a Koga's Beedrill, new by far record price point, first edition PSA 9. Now just be advised, the last one that could not sell, like the last one that was on buy it now forever, was at $69. Which if the 10 is selling for a minimum of 700, that 69 should have gone. Now the third price point was $50, or the third bid was $50. Second was 115. First was 117 is what it sold for. That makes a lot more sense than the $70 that wouldn't sell. Should have bought that as well. We have a Dark Raichu, first edition PSA 9. Normally we've been seeing these go for about 100, 103. This one sold for 93. Second bid at 92. Third bid at 91. Pre-release Clefable, PSA 6. Was listed at 252 or best offer. It sold. I don't know for what, but those pre-release Clefables, limited amount, finite amount of them. Lieutenant Surge's Magneton from Gym Heroes, first edition PSA 9, sold for $81. New record price point for that. We have the Magneton base set, first edition PSA 9, $4.99 or best offer. That sold. We don't know what for. Probably got $350 for it minimum. Dark Raichu, first edition PSA 9. This one it said error in the description because it had a, honestly I don't even know, it was kind of not really an error but an error, but new record price point, sold for $155. Second bid was 153. Third was 127. I think it said that they put Raichu instead of Dark Raichu on the actual PSA label. So the card itself I don't think had an error, it's just the label did. But either way, new record price point by a long shot. Moving on past that, we had a Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz from Gym Heroes, first edition PSA 9, sold for $51. We had a Gym Heroes full set of Gym Heroes, first edition, near mint. They were all raw, sold for $861. Second bid was $851. The third and fourth bids were $785 and $740. So, that was a lot. I was not expecting that from Gym Heroes. I thought the Gym Challenge which got like 800 something, would have got much more. on the Rocket side. I thought we got a Gym Heroes. It's not something you really think about, but because we had a record price point for a Rockets Moltres recently, that's always up there. Erica's Dragonair, that's always up there as well. So you have a couple of cards in that set, Blaine's Moltres, that really do make it, even if the rest of the set is okay. You know, a few cards can make a set. One card can make it. Gym Challenge. Blaine's Charizard. That makes that set. Yes, it has beautiful artwork like Giovanni's Nidoking, Giovanni's Persian, and Blaine's Arcanine, but that Charizard absolutely makes that set. Or puts a cherry on top. So we have a Shadowless Alakazam. This one was weird. My friend Joe brought this up to me, saying that he has noticed recently, and this has happened before in the past, but recently he's noticing a lot more. You're having auctions of a card. It's a Shadowless Alakazam, PSA 9 from base set, and it sold for $290 at auction. And we had 3 bids above $280, $280, $285, and $290. When we had 2 buy it nows for $250 and $259, like, people could just buy it, buy that same card, that same grade, from the same set, at $30, $40 cheaper. I've noticed that before when, wind the clock's back a couple of years. I'm completing my Gym Challenge set, and I see, hey, this Pokemon says, buy it now from Pokemon Revolution, this card, for, $15, $20, but this auction, $27, $28, I'm just going to buy this now, and the auction was from PWCC, major powerhouse, and the Pokemon Revolution was always big, so I don't get that. But this one, I've noticed this with rare collectibles or coin rare collectibles. This guy has everything he has been selling. New price point, new price point, new price point. And even right now, there is a Slowking first edition PSA 9 that the current bid is like $330, but you could buy another one right now for $300. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys of that. Lapras first edition PSA 9 sold for $140. Way to go, Lapras. Articuno first edition PSA 9 sold for $115. That was a private listing. Dragonite first edition PSA 9 sold for $280. Record price point, also a private listing. Blaine's Arcanine first edition PSA 9 $300 or best offer. That price point I think was like it was $2 something, $220, $270, whatever it is. This might have been a new record price point. $275 or above definitely was. So that's because that PSA 10 is like $1,100 to $1,300. It makes sense for the 9 to be a couple hundred. We have a Rocket Sneak Attack Holo first edition PSA 9 sold for $23. Usually the trainer cards that are holo, they usually sell for a little bit less. So that's why. Something I also want to talk about. We had, as of like 2 weeks ago, a Typhlosion number 17 from Neo Genesis. Number 17 is the one that has like 9 PSA 10 copies, God tier rarity. And the 9 PSA 10 copies. So the PSA 9 copies, there's 127 of them in the pop report. And you have as of 2 weeks ago, only 2 of them were on sale on eBay. One was listed for $799, and the other was listed for $1,500. That $799, that one is gone. It doesn't even put it as a sold listing. Maybe it was a deal made off of eBay. The only one available is the one that's listed for $1,500. And I think, honestly, if you were to buy that one for $1,500 right now, in 2 years, they'd be like, that was a steal. That was a great buy. Because I saw this one guy on E4 say, like, does anyone have a first edition PSA 9 Typhlosion? And this other guy said, I responded, or this other guy responded, and the guy's like, I'm looking, to buy it for like $500. And the guy's like, I think it's, more towards $1,000. And the other guy said, I don't really think it's worth that much. But we have hard to tell. We don't have any other confirmed sales. I'm buying that one for $700. I paid him $300 already, and more as the week goes on as I get more money. But the PSA 8, that sold for $226 like a week ago. The PSA 8 version right now, current auction, is at $227. So it's already passing that. It's going to be probably to get $250. So the fact that the eights are going for so much is pretty incredible, and the that's just something I wanted to talk about. If you see something that if you could only find one available copy on eBay for $1,500, and you're looking to pay someone like a third of that, that's not going to happen. Um, Now, sometimes there are times where someone that grades something, they're not 100% sure what it is. This happened on E4 also, where this guy, he's on a giant auction thread or a PWC or a grading thread. It's like, oh, I graded this. So it's a Misty's Golduck PSA 10, and the dude sold it for $1,600, like a heckin' idiot. And my 23.50 offer got declined from someone else like 2 weeks ago. So this guy could have gotten 50% more than he had sold it for. So it's do your research when you're looking to sell. That is my advice, and that is all for today. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.